And we are now joined by Dr. Elena Procario-Foley. She's a professor of Jewish Catholic Studies at Iona University. Good morning. Good to have you with us.
Good morning.
Hey, let me just ask you before we get into the talking about this Pope and just the impact he had on this world, your initial reaction this morning when you heard the news.
I was stunned. I turned over. I saw the New York Times alert on my phone. I was so thrilled that he was able to greet the crowds yesterday in Rome on the holiest day of the year, Easter Sunday. It's a loss. Pope Francis was a transformative pope in many ways.
His impact, not only on the Catholic Church and on Catholics all over, the 1.3 billion Catholics around the world, but his message was universal, more of an inclusive, a welcoming of the marginalized, really putting others before himself and before the Church even. Is that going to be his legacy?
Yeah, he wrote the first papal encyclical on the environment, and in that environment, he connected the care of the earth to the care of the poor. So the dignity of every human being is, yes, his most vocal teaching that he uses consistently. We should never walk alone. We should not judge. We need to care for each other. We need to create conditions where everyone can thrive. So that is the Catholic message. That is the gospel message of Jesus Christ. And Pope Francis was able to say that in new ways that touched, as you said, not only Catholics, but people around the world.
We spoke with a number of priests earlier this morning who said there was no other pope in the history of the Catholic Church that was closer resembled to Jesus and Jesus's practices than this pope. Do you agree with that?
I think probably in people's very recent memory, that is true. I would let historians dispute that over the course of papal history. But in our memories, in the recent papacy, there's a value of saying that. But again, he was challenging our consciences to take care of each other. He was a pastoral pope. He wanted to get the message of love and care, that is the gospel message, across to everyone. And he did not care what the boundaries were. He crossed every boundary to give us that message.
Were you surprised that he made that appearance on Easter Sunday yesterday, given the health issues that he had? Doctors had really kind of told him, you need to rest for another 2 months after he was released from the hospital. And we find out this weekend that he was, kissing the hands of prisoners with yet another one of his string of appearances over the weekend.
I wasn't surprised. He was back at his home at Casa Santa Marta, and he was going to be with the people. He was going to accompany people to the end. He was not going to care for his own health. During this past crisis since February, people have expressed frustration, those who care for him, that is what he does. But he is the Pope, and he knows that's his job to go out to people, and he is giving the example of being in accompaniment with people. That's what he wants us to do. When he came to the States in 2015, it was a big message, do not walk alone. And it was a big message to all of us, for our young people, do not let our young people walk alone. So I was not surprised. The thought did cross my mind, gee, I hope he doesn't die on Easter Sunday, but boy, would that be in style for the Pope. And of course, I was surprised. I did not expect him to die Monday morning.
But he did say that he wanted to, quote, die on the battlefield with his people. So he did get his wish and get a chance to take that audience yesterday at St. Peter's Square. Doctor, thank you very much. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.